my feet on solid ground, but I failed to hear that characteristic, distinctive sound.
Pub rub, a ready rub on the mantelpiece. Roots, boots, a whistle and flute, sandbox is me niece. And pub song, or what's that pong? Anyone see me fags? Outside Lou, snooker and you, Danny Lou is in drag. Crack, crack, funny, funny, crack, crack, funny, funny, crack, crack, funny, funny, crack, not funny, crack, not funny, funny, crack, crack, not funny, funny, crack, crack, funny, funny, crack, crack, not funny, funny, crack, not funny, funny, crack, crack, not funny, crack, crack, not funny, funny, crack, not funny, funny, crack, crack, funny, 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 funny.
So I'm here with Clive Schooling. Good afternoon, Clive.
Why are you shouting?
I think just because, well, I normally do shout quite a lot anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here this afternoon with Clive Schooling. Good afternoon, Clive.
Good afternoon.
And as you can probably tell by the title, we're here to discuss the 20 least worst Screaming Eyeball tracks. So what we've done is we've gone through, we can't really call it a best of. Paul would never forgive us. By the way, Paul Bowden can't make it. He unfortunately passed away in January the 20th, 2023, which marked the sad end to the Screaming Eyeballs. Myself and Paul often talked about making a documentary. We'd sort of like begin to sum things up. We felt that maybe the Eyeballs had reached a conclusion, but who knows, we might have carried on. We certainly would have carried on meeting up, going to various farmhouses, cottages, whatever, around Britain, which was the way the Eyeballs did it. But yeah, up until now we've listened through many a beers in true Eyeball style, many a beers, many gin cocktails that we've called the Screaming Eyeball.
Very nice indeed.
Very nice indeed. We shall crack one open in a bit as well. Visited a few pubs. We're actually staying this time round. Again, we had to do it in a location like this to honour Mr. Bowden. We're actually staying at, where are we staying, Clive? Manor Farm, which is in Worcestershire. Coombs Hill or Crooms Hill? I never. Yeah, as you'll know, when we do some of the songs, I never did know where we were really, for various reasons. But yeah, so we've been listening through, and in no particular order, you'll find the playlist on the next video along. It is only audio, but I shall try and add some interest to it. And just to wrap things up, to round things up, probably more for myself than anything, I wanted to do a definitive 20 least worst Eyeball songs. So Clive, Sedgehill School in 1976. Clive, you've recorded with us on, well, very much in the early days, haven't you?
Very early days, yeah.
And
before the days of computers.
Way before the days of computers. So what I'm going to do at this point is play you some of Clive's solo work. I think, Clive, you did a themed album, didn't you? Which was all about like happy shopper food, really, wasn't it?
Well, I was into my food at the time.
Yeah. So it started off with custard cream biscuits, which was like a Captain Beefheart style song. Clive thought he'd sort of like branch out with that and carry on. So I'm just going to play you a few excerpts from Clive's album. You can get it at the Happy Shopper.
Custard cream biscuits, custard cream biscuits, 5 for 9. Oh yeah, 1.5 OG heavy cream. Recipe for
Curly Buddy. Curly Buddy. Curly Buddy.
So that was Clive. Obviously, I'm having a laugh. Clive never did an album called You Can Get It at the Happy Shopper.
Didn't I?
Well, you kind of did, but you didn't know you did.
No, I didn't.
That was obviously mucking about, but Clive did happen to drop in a lot of food reference songs there. So you did join us, and we've got an excerpt in a bit coming up quite soon, actually, from the Roy Project. I think it was 2006. Is that right? 2006.
I don't know. I was drinking.
He was drinking. Well, I've read the label. It's 2006.
Oh, there you go.
Me and Paul got there. This was a place called Slingsby in North Yorkshire, and it probably was the best place we ever had. It was incredible. We used to get it for like about £150. The owner there, it was right in the middle of nowhere. It really was the perfect location. Do you remember much about it, Clive? What was you drinking? Oh, pardon me.
I was drinking too much, that's for sure. Threw up in the sink once.
Rock and roll! Rock and roll! You were there for 2 days, weren't you? 2 or 3 days.
I like the red wine.
Yeah, we did bevy well. We used to go into a place called Morton, and hit the pubs, get home. Well, I say home. We got back to the house, and I'll put a picture of that up now for you. That was Dixieland Farm. So we're going to listen now to Cast Iron Future, 2004. Quite a sad song. I'm quite proud of the lyric, but I think Paul could be inspired if he thought the song was worth investing in. So here's the first least worst. Now, why is it least worst? Why are we calling it that? All Eyeball songs have got flaws in them. All Eyeball songs are basically demos. They're demos to different extents. So let's have a listen to Cast Iron Future, which is number 1 on the least worst of the Eyeball songs.
As all the good things come to a few, and our relationships are fatally screwed, so the dreams that fill your head remain anchored firmly to your bed. All the hopes you have will turn to dust as your cast and future starts to rust. Inspiration has left you dry. Every sentence starts with why. Every sentence starts with why.
So, off to a great start with Cast Iron Future, one of our least worst 20 tracks. What do you reckon, Clive?
I was on, first time I heard it, I was pretty impressed with the production. And I like the lyrics as well.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the lyrics, and as I say, I think that is why Paul decided to make a go of it. Cast Iron Future starts to rust, quite pleased with that. It's one of those ones where, I remember when I did it, I went and Googled it, because I thought, well, surely somebody's had this lyric, surely somebody's made this. It's such a, the saying, oh, that lad's got a cast iron future. And I sort of thought, well, that would be a good little line if your cast iron future started to rust, which happens to a lot of us. Personally, me and you have never had a cast iron future, so nothing to rust really. Mine's more aluminium, I think, or tin at the very best.
Very much tin.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to one that you was involved in, Clive, and we're going to look at 2006.
Oh, goody.
Roy the Rock Opera. As I said earlier, I've sort of already spoilt this one for you, so it is basically a pastiche, and it is a pastiche. It's not a piss take of Tommy, which I think is a great album by The Who. Probably my favourite album of The Who, an amazing piece of work. But we decided that we could do one as explained before, Roy's got a lisp, not too much of a lisp, can't say he's ours. And we did think about putting one of the tracks on his, isn't it, which has got the great lyric of Revelation, Revelation, my arse today was discovered.
That's good.
But you weren't very happy with your vocal on that one, Clive?
No, well, I never am, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
I'm very critical of my own voice.
As you'll hear on this one, folks, I never let that stop me promoting one of my songs, but there you go. Yeah, so this is the opening extract, the opening... So this is an opening one, and it explains about Roy. Why Lionel Blair, other than the fact it rhymes with flair, Clive? Any other?
Oh, it was to do with some guy outside a pub. I was waiting outside a pub, waiting for you, I believe.
Where was it? When where was this?
In Catford. Waiting for you to come out of the pub. I think you just popped in for a piss, to be honest.
No, wouldn't be unlikely.
Some guy came along. I had longer hair at the time. Some guy came up to me and said,
Are you Lionel Blair's son?
and the name just didn't register with me. He's like, I'm saying, who? He's going,
Lionel Blair's son.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Yeah, I think the main reason was because it rhymed with flair, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lionel Blair, as we say on the video, has got no discernible lisp, but it just rhymed nicely. This is the opening excerpt from Roy.
He was 8 years old when the doctor told him, son, you've got a lisp. So you might say that, you might say this, but you'll never say crisps. Oh, doctor, why am I cursed? It just isn't fair. I'm a handsome lad with eyes of blue, but I sound like Lionel Blair. Yes, I'm a handsome lad with eyes of blue, but I sound like Lionel Blair. Yes, you're a handsome lad. Yes, with eyes so blue. But unfortunately for you, you sound like Lionel Blair. It isn't fair.
So that's an excerpt from Roy the Rock Opera. Just occurred to me while we were playing that, why is it called Roy? So it just became a standard joke. And Roy Haynes, if you're listening, you're not. We had a guy at school, Roy Haynes, and for some reason we just quoted his name a lot. We made up a whole autobiographical story about Roy. He left school and he bought a tank, which is why in Roy the Rock Opera there are references to a tank. He bought a tank and he was driving a tank around everywhere. Don't know why. But irony of ironies, we always said that he sold his tank and became the drummer for our band because we never actually had a drummer. We were never that professional. We used drum machines, we used keyboard samplers in the early days when you could activate drum sounds by hitting a key, and that's very noticeable because we weren't very good at it, but it doesn't matter. It's not what the eyeballs are about, so sloppy drums is definitely one of our many flaws. So there you go, Roy Haynes, and yeah, what a weird thing that Roy Haynes turns out to be an American jazz drummer, quite famous. Didn't have a clue. Going to move on now to Country 3-4 is the next track we play. This comes from an Ilfracombe session. I'll say it again, Ilfracombe session. The beers are kicking in, by the way. This particular section of the podcast is sponsored by Budweiser Budvar. I'll make out it's the Czech lager, not the crap American stuff you can get. And Clive?
And Old
Speckled Head, and just had a packet of crisps, I believe.
I did, yes.
Do you want to do a song about that? Or?
Maybe later.
Yeah, maybe later. The beers haven't quite kicked in yet.
A few more of them.
Okay. The kind of crisps you probably could have bought from a Happy Shopper, to be fair, if I'm honest. Cheap and cheerful.
Stout.
Fair enough. Any particular flavour, Clive? Or?
Cheese nuggets.
I thought they were chicken, didn't I?
You thought they were chicken, I don't know why you thought they were chicken.
I was muchly mistaken. And for all you nature lovers out there, we've managed to kill 3 wasps so far during this session. They keep coming in, and when they're outside, that's fine. But once they're in here, they're ours. They're ours. And rather ironically, Clive, you've been killing them with a copy of
Country License.
which is quite good. So, Country Life by name. Talking of Country Life, here's a great link for you. We've now got Country 3-4. The whole idea of the Country 3-4, it was part of an album where every song was basically about somebody either wanting 3 items and getting 4, or somebody getting 4 items when they only asked for 3. And we done it as like a musical exercise. Obviously my notepad wasn't very full for that session. So, yeah, I think you were quite impressed with the sampling on this one, Clive.
I was, yeah.
So I'm going to chuck that on now. So this is from Ilfracombe, around about 2009, and it's called Country 3-4.
Yes, you're a mean little mama. I got 3, wanted 4. Telling you once and begging you twice. I know I got 3, but it would be nice to get 4. That's not what we all live for. When you get 4, but you're a mean little mama. I got 3 and wanted 4.
So that was Country 3-4, but we've got an earlier one now that we voted in, and this is from about 1991, quite early on for the eyeballs. We started round about 88, 89, and this is 91. I was living on the Isle of Wight, Paul was living in Woolwich, we all lived in Woolwich at one stage, Clive, didn't we?
We did.
We got evicted, a bit of trouble with the rent.
Yes.
So here it is from 91, Drying Out. So this is about when you're not drinking. Trying to think when that is, Clive. It's just,
I was just going to say, how would you know about that?
I quite like the hook on it. Drying Out is a sobering experience.
Yeah.
We worked our way towards a more serious song, even though it's done in our way, so it's still shambolic. The song almost feels as if it's going to fall apart in the first 20 seconds. So the fact that it goes on for a couple and a half minutes is amazing. But it does, to me, it builds as it goes along.
Yeah, I quite like the guitar on it.
So anyway, I'm going to put this one on. So this is from 1991, recorded in Paul's front room in Woolwich. So we probably would have used a 4-track on this one. We used to rent one from a local shop in Lee. I remember it well, and I think it was a Fostex. But here it is from 1991, Paul's front room, song about not drinking, and it's Drying Out. It's a sobering experience.
It's too late now, in the early hours. But I promise you this, first thing tomorrow, I'm going out. I'm gonna drown all these sorrows, because drying out is such a sobering experience. I'm dying now and I counted every minute of this worthless existence. I said I'm drying out, I find it such a sobering experience. You know, I feel like I'm dying now as I count each minute of this petty existence. I'm drying out, you're drying out, I'm drying out, you're drying out, I'm drying out, you're dying out, I'm dying now, you're dying out, I'm dying out, you're dying out, I'm drying out, you're drying out, I'm dying.
So, Drying Out, and I'm not sure whether we wanted to fade that one or whether we wanted to finish it, because it doesn't quite fade and it doesn't quite finish, but yeah, but from 91 there, but we're going to go back a little bit further now, probably one of the first actual eyeball sessions, as in it was me and Paul. Clive, you weren't there, because I remember the night clearly. I can tell you what I was doing. Where was you on that evening?
Probably in the pub.
He was in the pub.
Oh, was I?
He was in the pub.
Well, that makes a change.
So we were in Woolwich, so whereabouts were you, mate?
Being the White Hart.
The White Hart.
Yeah, in the White Hart with Brian.
With Brian, the
With
aforementioned Brian.
Talking to Diane, the barmaid.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
How was
yeah.
she?
Oh, she was very much into Norwich City Football Club.
Oh, was she?
Oh, yeah, she was.
From Norwich or just?
She was from Norwich.
She's
yeah.
strange. Oh, she
No,
was
she
from
wasn't strange.
Well, she was from Norwich.
Well,
and she was
she-
from.
she- okay. Not just strange, but you know.
Yeah. So you were down the pub.
As
Voice
per-
drinking. Let's keep the theme of this session going. Session aptly named.
Probably black and tan and rum and black later on in the evening.
Nice.
Oh, it was very nice. Very nice.
Now, while you were doing that, I think me and Paul. I don't know how this session came about. This is a tape. This was probably the beginning of Screaming Eyeballs. I don't know whether Paul got a new guitar or he got a new amplifier. He got a new something. And I'd come home from work. You were already down the pub, or else I'd have probably been down there with you. Paul was at home drinking the home brew, so we used to do a lot of home brew, didn't we? Back in the days, because we were skin. It was fucking horrible. But
Disgusting.
it was disgusting. But, you know, once you'd had about 6, you just wanted to go and get one more. Oh, we couldn't wait to get it brewed properly, could we?
Oh no, never reached the end of the brewing process.
Yeah. I think we used to go, right, yeah, have a pint of that. Oh yeah, that gets you hammered. Right, that'll do. What's it taste like? Fucking horrible. But yeah, have one anyway. So yeah, so we were on the home brew. And I think Paul, and what amazes me is how clear this recording is. Because it would have been done on just a very basic £30, the old tape recorders you used to get. You know, that were just like, you press down play and record at the same time. You fast forwarded it and it almost broke the tape because it used to just go so bloody fast. And just, yeah, cheap and nasty, Albie, whatever it was, you know, Ferguson, whatever, you know, the brand was. But the quality is amazing on it, I think. You know, it's as good a quality as we got on some of the digital recordings. And I like every song from this session, and it wasn't quite a way we went, but I do quite like the style of it.
Probably because I weren't there.
No, not at all. No, not at all. You'd have added, like I said, you'd have added colour and depth and everything to it. Well, I don't know about depth, you've added colour to it. Depth's taking it a bit far. Come on, here's the eyeballs after all. And yeah, so there was like, I think we've listened, because I put forward, so what we did for this, we put forward, it was going to be 30 songs, but I ended up putting forward 47 songs, which, as I say, I've subjected you to yesterday, Clive, haven't I?
Yeah, I'm still getting over that.
And he's still getting over it. He actually was genuinely quite ill last night, and it weren't the drink. He blamed it on the sun. It weren't the drink, because I've seen him drink more. I think it might have been the overexposure to eyeball songs. And if that weren't bad enough, when Clive came in and he was feeling cold and feeling horrible, I then played him loads of eyeball videos. You didn't mind those so much, did you?
Oh.
Well, because you were inside, really.
I was inside, it's getting warmer.
Yeah. Yeah, but this one anyway, getting back to this one, so this one's called East Side of Town, and as I say, it's nonsense lyrics, it's made up on the spot, but I just think it works because of the energy. But anyway, let's get back to the business at hand, and this one is East of Town, and this was done in the communal flat that we shared, me, Clive, Paul and Brian. When Brian moved out, I moved in, and then we all got evicted, 6 months later?
About that, yeah.
9 stories high, Woolwich, hard to let. Pardon me, we were on the 8th floor. we were on the...
We'll edit that out.
No, leave it in. That was where we were when the hurricane of 1987 happened, wasn't it?
We were, yeah.
Didn't hear a bloody thing, mate.
No, slept through it.
Yeah. 8 floors up, really exposed. No, didn't hear a thing. Woke up, I thought World War III had started. Switched the radio on. Oh, we're transmitting from a reserve, a substation because we can't get the, But what the fuck's happened? So that was that was a day. But anyway, this one is from 1987. It's from the communal flat in Woolwich. It's me and Paul. Clive's down the pub with Brian, and we've decided to do a song called East Side of Town.
You're a holy roller and you know you skull. You're a holy roller and you know just what it's for. Roll the dice, think of something nice, think of your name and I'm playing a game, but you know you won't get me to do the things that I just want you to let me. No, you don't, you get me that way. You don't get me that way. No, you don't get me, no, you don't get me that way. You just don't get me, you won't with me that way. You can't with me that way, you won't get me that way. You're not gonna get me that way, there's no way you're gonna get me that way. You won't get me that way, you're not gonna get me that way. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Try someone else, try someone else. You're not gonna get me that way. Don't get what you say, don't do what you say.
East Side of Town from 1987. So yeah, one from Woolwich. It's the only one from that session. As I say, I do like that session, and amazingly clear recording, Clive, wasn't it? On that?
Yeah.
You know, which was great, as I say, for a cheap old tape recorder. I don't know how we did it, because we have got a few remaining archives like that, and then nowhere near like that. But there you go. So we're going to move on to that one, to another Slingsby, North Yorkshire song. And this is the first one. This one I can remember is notable. Me and Paul, and it didn't do us any favours, because still nobody was listening, but we were very early adopters to YouTube. I think YouTube actually started in 2005, 2006, but we posted this, I think it was 2007, might have been 2006. But I do know that when I told people that we'd posted it on YouTube, I can remember back then a lot of people didn't have a clue what YouTube was, and you had to go and explain to them what it was and to search for it on Google, and they say, what's Google? Anyway, back to Elizabeth in Slingsby. So as I said before, we love Slingsby. It was the best place we went to. Massive great big farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. It was on a working farm. The owner was a guy called Mr. Dean, and every time you phoned him up to book the place, he sort of mentioned that he couldn't make it because he couldn't welcome you because he'd be at a funeral. Maybe he was that age. So you would phone up Mr. Dean and go, hello Mr. Dean, can we come down? And you'd be holding your breath thinking, how much is he going to charge this time?
Oh yes lads, we're lovely to see you. Yeah, well, come down, you're bringing your guitars down again lads.
Yes Mr. Dean, yeah. So how much is it going to be?
Well lads, let me see. Oh, inflation's gone up a bit, hasn't it? So, what did I charge you last time?
£100.
Oh, I don't think I could do that this time lads, because, you know, obviously everything's gone up. 102, can you manage that? 102?
Yes Mr. Dean, thank you very much. We'll see you November, because it was always February, or it was always September. That was when the eyeballs got together to record. The reasons being, February was about the cheapest you could get it, and September was the nearest you'd get to a summer holiday, but all the kids had gone back to school, so it was also relatively cheap. So that was why February and September.
Genius.
And the February one, obviously a little bit cold, but it was great. I mean, you know, Dixieland and a lot of these country places we went to had the great big open fires, you know, you had to make it all up. And it's just great to see that, you know, and sit there after a hard day's recording and drinking with a brandy and just like, you know, stare half cut into an open fire, trying to not fall into it. So yeah, so this one, to explain Elizabeth Primrose Prime, so hopefully it comes across, it's got like a Beatles kind of whimsical style to it. Clive, would you agree with that? Well,
this one was a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like straight in. Its production and everything about it is top.
Would you say, I mean obviously nowhere near the skill set, but would you say Beatlesque? Because that, I mean, that was the idea. I mean, we always used to aim for the stars and sort of think, well, if we could hit a cloud, we'll be lucky, you know.
Well, it was giving me, when I first heard it, I was getting vibes of, I can't remember the name of the song or the artist, but it's a 90s, it's a 60s thing.
Right.
And I can't, because it's got that sort of like voice on it.
Well, that's good enough.
And it's sort of like, it smacks of that, and it's just brilliant. It's just a brilliant song.
Oh, thank you.
Should be like number one.
Yeah. Well, there was a girl at work, and she could get onto YouTube, and it was one of her favourite songs, which I was always very appreciative to it. She used to call it the Dolly song, because just to explain that, so the only reason we wrote the song, and we did write it while we were there, but we put a lot of work into it. There was, and it scared the bloody light out of us when we first got there, as you went up the landing, up the first set of stairs, there was a life-size Victorian dolly that was actually covering up a vacuum cleaner, and it was scary as shit. I mean, it had a smiley face, but that didn't really help much, and it was like a Victorian maid kind of thing. And straight away, almost as soon as we got there, we both looked at each other, well, there's the song. And so it's Elizabeth Primrose Prudence Smythe, who's been busting dust since 1895. And it's just made up about her. Probably one of the first songs that we wrote with a video in mind, because we were aware. Sorry, Clay, looking at your watch there.
No, it's my knuckle. My knuckle was cracking. I wasn't looking at my watch. My knuckle.
His knuckles cracking, folks.
My knuckle's cracking.
Yeah.
Got a bit of arthritis.
Oh well, never mind. Never mind. Oh well, tough shit.
Oh, my head's falling off.
Anyway, I'm talking about the eyeball.
Who came up with the name?
Screaming Eyeballs?
No.
Elizabeth Primrose.
Smythe.
Well, probably me, but probably sitting down discussing with Paul, what should she be called? Because we knew that we wanted it to be like 60s. You did get a lot of songs in the 60s with, like, let's just say Dear Patricia, you know, Primrose, or, you know, Thank You Constance Albertine, or whatever. You know, God bless you, you know, Theodore Darling or something, you know. You did get a lot of songs with those kind of titles. Yeah, we'll have a listen, shall we? And we'll come back.
Elizabeth Primrose Prudence Smythe, been busting dust since 1885. Elizabeth Primrose Prudence Smythe, what a long time for you to stay alive.
Doesn't need to scare when she meets you on the stair, with her vacuous smile that was once in style. She likes to watch the flowers when not cleaning up the showers, cherishes beads and earrings, thinks they look endearing.
Elizabeth Primrose Prudence Smythe.
Right, so I'm going to move on now to, and this is going back in time again. I think the reason it's in, when we were kids, and people of a certain age listening will know that. Clive, no, we can't use the Fold Your Old Time Machine song. We can't use it.
Why not?
The recording quality, mate, it's just not good enough.
Maybe it's my ears are getting old.
Well, maybe we were drunk at the time, I don't know.
You mean drunk at the time? We're always drunk.
Oh yeah, this is true. No, I just can't use it, mate. I've listened back, so I honestly don't think we'll be able to use that one.
Alright, so have you got an alternative?
Well, funny you should say, because I was looking through the tracks again, and I managed to find another folder that I hadn't found in time for the session that we did, you know, back in July.
Right.
So I managed to find one that was labelled Verwood. So we went to Verwood in about, I don't know, 2014, I think it was. And I think I did play you a track, didn't I? Automobile, which was like a a version of Silver Machine that we done?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so one of Paul's ambitions was always to record a Hawkwindy song.
Okay.
Yeah, so so I did take the liberty of like sending it to you this morning, and I'm guessing you listened.
Well, yes, I did.
What did you think? Is it worthy?
Very much so. Particularly what you said about the Hawkwind thing. It's just like it's just there, and it's like it is Hawkwind.
Yeah. We'll get to hear Space in My Brain, which again I think was Verwood's 2014.
There's a wasp in here.
One morning, I awoke. In the distance, I heard the sound of thunder, accompanied by
Yeah, okay, so we'll move on now to the next one. And the next one is called Eyeballs and Kilts. So, obviously eyeballs, screaming eyeballs, and kilts, for some reason, and again, I think it goes back, which I didn't realise till we played it the other night, to that session that we did, like me, you, Paul, and eventually Brian, when he turned up.
Yeah, when he finally turned up.
When he finally turned up with his calibers. But we're not bitter.
Lightweight.
We're not bitter men. We're not bitter men.
I am. Drink it all the time.
No, lads, it's only caliber. Oh, fucking hell, Brian, fuck's sake. All captured on tape. All captured on
I'm on antibiotics.
Yeah, then I think Paul took a picture for old time's sake. No, get out of my eyes, I've got bloody migraine and he's taking a picture of me with a flash. But never mind, Brian, we miss you very much. So Eyeballs and Kilts is all based around a riff. This is from the very first Eyeballs album. And I was telling Clive yesterday, and it meant absolutely nothing to him, that we were quite influenced on the very first album by De La Soul, Daisy Age, and all this kind of very early hip hop, which is nothing like gangster rap, nothing like... Not your bag, mate, was it?
No, not my bag.
Fair to say, not Clive's bag, is it? You're a heavy metal man at heart.
I do prefer a bit of
classic rock.
Bit of rock. Yeah.
Classic rock, 60s. You got the
I like
psych.
60s.
You like the psych thing, don't you? You like the psych
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, De La Soul, the first album, 3 Feet High and Rising, we thought that was fantastic. We looked, see, just to give you a bit of background, we a band called the Black Sheep, Tribe Called Quest, The Low End Theory, a lot of those bands we were just, but again, we were nowhere near, I think it's a good laugh, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's very eyeballs.
Eyeballs and
It's
Kilts.
very, very eyeballs.
Eyeballs and Kilts. And again, I distracted myself. Kilts, for some reason, was just, we used to sing about stick it up your kilt, didn't we?
We did. Don't know where it came from.
No, don't know where it came from. But, obviously we thought it was a funny phrase.
Still do.
Still makes us laugh. But he stitches right up on this song because we've obviously written it and we obviously both know it's a song and it's called Eyeballs and Kilts. And we've done it and it's like, so the whole theme of the song is, how do you like your girls? Well, I like my girls wearing kilts. And then one of the very first lines he says is, well, it's a bit strange. It's like, cheers, mate. We're doing the song, because we're ad-libbing a lot of it, we're doing the song, we've agreed on what it's all about. It was a bit strange, a pervert.
Oh yeah, but then it does go on about short kilts.
Oh yeah, he warms to the thing.
Oh yeah.
He warms to the thing. And great big eyeballs. Long girls in short kilts. And again, it's like, you can almost hear the audible surprise in me, because I'm like, how do you like your girls at the very beginning? He's like, I like them on the pill. Does that rhyme with Bill? Or why have you said that? It's like, we decided we'd put a sample from a Northern Soul song that I had on a compilation called Kent Club Classics. And it's from a song by Dean Parrish, and it's called Bricks, Broken Bottles and Sticks, which is a right old laugh in itself if you ever get a chance to listen to it. It's completely over the top. It's a nice song. I mean, like most Northern Soul, it's very very easy on the ear, but we just decided to use the sample from that. And basically we just we're two cool guys just getting together, asking each other about girls, how we like our girls, and it turns out we like our girls in kilts and eyeballs. Well, in kilts, but preferably with eyeballs. Anyway, so this is Paul's Front Room in Woolwich, first Screaming Eyeballs album, Short Kilt, and this particular track is the selection from there which made the top 20 least worst, and it's called Eyeballs and Kilts.
Yo, Paul. Yeah, Bill. You can tell me something. How'd you like your girls? Ooh, I know what you mean. I like my girl. Overdue. You like them on the pill? I do, Bill. I like my girl. Well, I got something to tell you too. Paul, I like my girls in kilts. Yeah. Kilts? I like them kilts on girls. You don't think that's strange? There's another thing too. I always pick a girl that's got eyeballs. Eyeballs and kilts? Eyeballs and kilts? That's what does it for you, huh? That's what does it for me. Eyeballs. Eyeballs. I like them to have eyeballs. Eyeballs.
To my old neighborhood, nothing was there. No, 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 no. The house where I lived was gone. The streets were all bare. Whoa, here where I spent all of my childhood. No, I found nothing but bricks, broken bottles and sticks everywhere.
Well, they love those girls with eyeballs, apparently, Clive. They've got to have great big eyeballs.
It helps.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, so that's what the eyeballs are looking for in a girl. So if you want to get your kilt on, and if you've got a pair of eyeballs, then you're in. We don't ask for much. Don't ask for much. So the next one is from the 3-4 sessions in Ilfracombe again, as I explained earlier. It must have been a fallow year for me. I obviously wasn't in love that year, or whatever, or looking for love, or whatever. But so this is the session where we just decided to do songs about asking for 3 things, getting 4, or wanting 4 and only getting 3. This is a blues version. So we did a country version, we did a blues version, we did a very poppy, almost David Cassidy style version. I think 3 or 4 of these are available on 3 or 4. There you go. How bizarre! Are available on the video collection on this channel. So search them out. But these are the 2 that made. These are the 2 that made the cut. The old beer's going down nicely, by the way, folks. This is the blues one. What's your feelings on this one, Clive?
Of the 2, this is the better one.
Yeah.
I like this one better.
Yeah. Again,
it's like it's got that. I like the blues sound. It's like I prefer that to country anyway. So.
It's got a blues sound. I mean, I'll be straight up again and sort of say it's sample based, but again, you know, it's not a lifted sample. It's something that Paul's like found and then, you know, created the structure around it. I think my vocal holds up.
Yeah.
On it, pretty good. So I take it seriously. We treat it straight. And yeah, not much more to say about this one, but yeah, it's a good Eyeballs tune. Done in Ilfracombe, so that'd be 2009 or 2010. let's have a listen to the second song about asking for 3 and getting 4, or asking for 4 and getting 3. I think in this case he asked for 3, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he wanted 3.
And he gets 4. He's very honest. Isn't
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Very honest. Quite annoyed about it.
Honest John, they call him, wasn't it?
Honest John. It was Honest John.
Honest
Yeah.
John.
Honest John the Blues Man. Yeah. You get blind Lemon Jefferson and you know.
And deaf Honest John. Yeah.
Here. So here he is.
You gave me 4. I only asked you for 3. Only 3. I say you gave me so much more than my desired quantity. I only asked you for 3. So, little lady, won't you take one away from me, leaving me with 3.
So that was the blues one, about only wanting 3, so I think we've spoken enough about that one. So now we have got a rapid, and I say rapid gear change. A really sad song for the eyeballs. So like most of what we sing about is quite humorous, quite funny. Cast Iron Future's obviously a down song, but yeah, we tended to veer between manic and depressive. It might be something to do with the quantities of beer we were drinking, I'm not sure. But this is a song, and I really do like this one. I'll talk about the video in a minute, because that's another story. But this is a song where it's about getting old, basically. So it was written in 2019. So I was when I wrote it. And it's a song about basically leaving your orbit. So it means, you know, you're getting old. You know, you're getting too old for all the sort of like youthful fun and games, and, you know, missing it, basically. If there's a flaw in the song, I think the vocals, the verses, it probably is nice and clear, but, you know, because I do like the lyrics, I do feel that, and I haven't got any way of remixing it now because Paul had the originals, I do feel that some of the middle section vocals are mixed down a bit too low.
Yeah.
Can you pick them out?
Well, to be honest with you, I think it's quite a beautiful song.
Oh, thank you, Clive.
It's very haunting.
Yes, it is, and it's, you know, that's great because it's almost meant that way. It's like a lament to getting older, you know, and I think it's a great way of saying it. I'm leaving your orbit. I'm leaving your orbit. I'm, you know, fading from view, no longer shining, no longer new. You feel that you're left out in the cold.
You're all right. Give me a chance to listen to it while you're turning.
You're floating out of space. I mean, Paul had that much. I mean, Paul liked it. Let's get that straight. But every copy I've got was originally labelled as Orbitson. So I think, you know, he's sort of like associated with like Roy Orbison, and that, you know, that was his feelings on it. But he did, you know, that was Paul. He did actually like the song. So getting on to the video for this one, which is another story altogether. So again, we were away on one of our, you know, countryside break things, and it was February, and I'd sort of suggested to Paul what I'd like to do for the video. Well, I'm leaving the orbit, so how about if I'm sort of like almost floating in space, floating around in space? And he's like, he'd bought a green screen along, because I say we had got a lot more sophisticated in what we were doing. And he said, well, yeah, I could do a green screen and have space, you know, and you're floating in space. And we're like, well, how are we going to do that then? And it was like, well, you can. And in the end, what was decided was we went out in the garden. I had to be behind a white wall, obviously because of the green screen. I sat on a stool. I didn't sit on a stool. I leant back on a stool at ridiculous angles. Basically just dangling around on this stool, and you'll see it if you watch the video, which is on this channel, for leaving your orbit. That was bloody painful. Luckily, I think we did it in about 2 takes, and I didn't fall off.
Well, you're supposed to suffer for your art, weren't you?
I did, mate. I did that time. But no, I'm really pleased with it. Yeah, we've seen the video last night, Clive, haven't we?
Yeah. And you were definitely flying around in space.
I was flying around in space. fading from view, no longer shining, no longer you. Eclipse time and space, see my life erase, forgetting your touch. 4,000 light years, they yell at me, I miss you very much. Deep in your orbit, fading from you. And it's cold out here. I'm getting old out here. I said it's cold out here. I'm getting old out here. And it's leaving your orbit.